Matzo Brei. Matzo Brei is not an Italian specialty. No, it isn't. What is matzah to begin with? Well, matzah is a cracker. You can see what I'm doing with it. Here is the whole cracker. As you can see, it's very thin, it's very dry, and it has a significance to it which is very important, both religiously and historically. Matzah basically is unleavened bread that the Jewish people had to make on their haste escape from the slavery under which they were in the Egyptian Empire. And as they made their exodus across the desert, they could not wait for the bread to rise, and they made this cracker. This cracker, to this very day, over the holidays of Passover, is used as a reminder of the bondage under which they were and the freedom later that they achieved. But to me, it's something else. To me, it's a memory of one of the most important men in my life, next to my own father, Saul, my father-in-law. Saul welcomed me in his family, and as I taught him how to make pasta with meatballs, spaghetti, tomato sauce, he taught me how to make matzo brei. And when I asked him, who eats matzo brei? He says, hey, kid, matzo brei is the favorite breakfast of my girls. And since you're marrying one of them, it's a more good thing for you to learn how to make it. And step by step, he showed me how to do it. So here is this recipe, and we'll pay homage to this man who's so great in my life. The first thing that you want to do before we move to anything else, we have to soften the matzah. How do we do that? Very simple. You notice that I have quite an involved get-up in here, and the get-up that you see is that I broken them in pieces. There is a strainer in here and a bowl underneath to catch what? The hot water. I have a pot of hot water in here. I will put this around, and as I do, I try to hit every corner of it. After we put this on top of it, you want to let it sit for just a couple of minutes to make sure that the matzah softens up. Why is that important? It's important because at this point you want to give it almost a cream-like consistency once you mix it with the eggs. Now, let me move on and let me show you exactly what I mean, and you will see where I go with this. Here we have the eggs. At first, it looks as simple as making scrambled eggs. In a certain way, it is as simple as making scrambled eggs. There is one addition that I like to make to the scrambled eggs, and it's the onions. These onions are caramelized, and Saul, this was his signature, he used to love making caramelized onions. Still to this very day, the family gets together on the first of the year, and caramelized onions are just about every dish that we make. The next thing is the matzah itself. I'm going to add it to the eggs. At this point, the last thing that I like to do, just to give it some extra flavor, is a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. And then mix everything together, just like this. That's all that you want to do. You notice right now, as you're looking into this, how the matzah itself, what was formerly a very stiff, hard cracker because of the hot water, has softened up. We're almost done. There are two ways of making this dish, and I'll show them both to you. Follow me. In this pan, we have clarified butter. You can use extra light olive oil if you want to, or you can use any other type of oil that you want. But with clarified butter, I find that it has a flavor, an elegance to it that makes it a little bit extra, and that's why I like to make it. So here we go. I'm going to add it in here. Now, you want to treat this as if you're making soft scrambled eggs. So once you add to it, you have it on nice hot heat. Then what I like to do is reduce the heat to medium and stir. Stir continuously, and as you do, make sure that nothing sticks on the side. One of the things that I do to prevent that, I use a non-stick pan as I have it in here. Now, I told you there are two ways of making this dish. One is like this, treating it as if it was scrambled eggs. The other one is what I have here on the side. Now, come here, I'll show you this. This is a pancake that I've made. Very simple to make. It's the same identical preparation. We had cooked this pancake in a little bit of clarified butter as well, and all that I've done, I cooked it for 2.5 minutes on one side, and then I cooked it for 2.5 minutes on the other side, and I left it exactly as it is. I'm going to finish its cooking right in here so that I brown it underneath. Meanwhile, let's bring this to exactly the consistency that we want. We're basically done. There is just a little bit more of decoration that we need to do, but we don't need to do it in the pan. So let me turn this off altogether so it does not overcook. And now I will get ready and I'll show you exactly how to make it. I like to pile it high in a bowl like this. And what I like to do at this point is to use my favorite spoon that I always have with me. This spoon takes me to battle everywhere I go. Plus, it makes me feel as if I conduct an orchestra. In my head I am, but here we go. Now watch this. This is very important. I like to put a little bit in the middle. And I like to build it up just like this. This is one of those things that people say, no, it's too much. Do not listen to them. This is not too much. This is barely enough, and you will see what I mean. Two types of decorations that we're going to do. The first one that I love is the adding of the applesauce right on top of it, just like this. Next to the applesauce, we go with sour cream. And watch this as well. A nice big dollop right on the top. Doesn't matter if it goes and collapses on the side. It's the flavor that counts. And then chopped chives. You can add anything you want. To me, chives are ideal for this. So this is one version on how it can be made. Let me show you how to plate the other version. I'll move this on the side, bring out the other little plate that I have set up. Mamma mia, che bellezza, veramente una cosa incredibile. I know, Italian and Matzo Brei don't go well together, but if you were like me, see me in the kitchen with Saul, having this time together. This man always supported me for everything that I wanted to do. When I told him that I was going to go into the cooking business, when I was instead in the finance business, he said, you can do anything you want. And he believed me. Forever, I'll be grateful to him. So let's go with the same decoration here as well. We go with the apple sauce right on top of it. And then a little bit of the sour cream. Now remember, the sour cream is almost like a little bit of an ice cream-like taste on it. And once you cut through, I want you to imagine these flavors. You cut through, there's the onions, the salt, the pepper, the matzo itself that now is plumped up because it's picked up this water. Plumped up with the egg yolks itself, giving you this wonderful finish. And a little bit more of this, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. This, that's so pretty, it's for you. This, instead, right here, this is for me. Saul, I love you. I will always remember you. Buon appetito. La fine del mondo. Buonissimo, buonissimo.